Alright, it's started. Happy New Year's, everyone!
Indeed.
Should I do my other voice?
Oh.
No.
I started the video. You didn't know what to do.
Okay.
Okay, Happy New Year's, guys. My name
So-
is Vegas TSS. We're doing another video.
Right. I'm
And
kind
hello
of
everyone, I'm Cbox. They finally let me do something on the channel with them, even though been asking constantly for the past 2.5 years, but I digress.
finally.
I-
Finally, I'm here. And here we're bringing you another Vanguard talk. We're going to be talking about set 16 and 17, both Japanese and English versions, comparing and contrasting how the metas have changed. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how Stride is, our opinions on it, a little bit of what we think is going to change when it hits the English meta, which is going to be very quick, as they're just rushing through set to get us caught up with the Japanese format. So yeah. You guys ready?
Then we can also
Yeah.
talk about set 1 and 2 because we did get a lot of good stuff in set 1, and then G2. Stuff
G2 was
revealed
revealed.
today. Actually,
Yeah.
we'll get to that later.
Yeah, it was revealed
We'll get
today.
into
We'll
that
get to
later.
that.
Let's start with.
Let's start off with set 16.
We
So,
actually
as most of you watch,
we did kind of talk about Sex 16 in the last video.
how
Yeah, but
much?
we're gonna talk about the English version.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We're talking about right. It's confirmed it's Thing Saver Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Which is so stupid. I
happy.
saw the card on my locals. It's like, what?
I am so
Also,
happy.
The Shadow Paladin Master Blade Seeker.
It's okay. It's okay. That Shadow Paladin though.
Frozen Oogle. Bloody Oogle.
The
My
name's
God.
translation. The translation thing is doing an amazing job at making us laugh. A little bit.
Amazing.
They are. They are.
I'm sorry.
Really.
Alright,
I love you guys.
so what about the set, Cbox?
Well, honestly, I can understand why they shoved everything into set 16 like they did. Don't really like it. Well, no, I actually do like it because now everything that I really wanted from Legion made is in set 17, which is good for my wallet. But meta-wise, I don't know. It's like in the original Japanese meta, it was a lot more balanced. Like the big thing, set 16, we had Thing Saver. Then set 17, Perditions, Golds are back. And then we got the Movie Booster.
Yeah.
And it was just Seekers, Liberators, Deleters,
Yeah.
Link Joker, blah, blah, blah.
Stuff
pretty
in the
much-
Japanese meta moved a bit slower
It
compared.
was a lot slower.
Yeah.
And then here we are in the English meta, and they're just shoving all of this stuff in, all of the support for that one clan in one set.
Yes.
It's like we have to fight Thing Saber, Glare,
Does
the
make
leaders.
things like
A lot more
finding
complicated.
things a bit easier. Like if
There's
you're-
also a lot
yeah.
more
It
variety.
also makes the game's a little bit more complicated, especially for some of the sub clans who won't get their support to next set, and some of the sub clans who won't get any support until G comes out.
Oh,
I mean, they gave them their promo legions, but the legions can only do so much without any other support. I mean, like me personally, I've been playing my machining legion deck
mhm.
for the past 2 weeks now at my locals, and I've been doing perfectly fine actually. I've only lost like 2 games
Wow.
in total. In 2 tournaments, I lost once each.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was okay. Yeah, it
Well,
works perfectly fine.
I'm playing
but-
Spike Brothers, and at the beginning of the set release in Japanese, I actually played Susanna with the
Mm.
it's the lemonade clone for Musketeers.
Yeah, I
with
remember.
the deck. And I can't use it right now because it's not actually released.
hmm
Also, they have not implemented the clan fight rule in English yet, which
That kind of surprised me.
Yes.
I don't understand why they have not implemented that yet, especially since they brought everything from
although it's
the
good.
movie booster.
It's good for me though. Right now I'm mixing actually Link Jokers with Spike Brothers. I'm playing the Luckbird clone. And also I'm playing the On Hit on Flippers,
hmm
which is pretty cool.
Let's see.
Although back when set 16 was out in Japanese, like we said, things didn't move as fast, so the
They
decks
didn't. There's a lot more
decks,
balance. Like
yeah, the
all
decks
of the clans
actually
were
were
really
not
good.
as fast as they were right now in English.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like when
So
I remember TSS came out Japanese, it was like Seekers were really good, Muskets were just
Because everybody
metal
wanted to grab
boards.
that thing
Brawlers were
saver.
pretty much on the bottom until set 17 comes out, but we'll talk about that later.
yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot more balanced. It's a
Yeah.
lot more balanced. Now here we have everything at once. It's just it's not terrible, but
I would say it's a
I
good
do
thing.
think it's moving just
It's
a
a
little.
good thing.
It's
It
a
is
good-
a good thing because
it's a
they
good
are
thing.
trying to catch up, which I like.
They are trying to catch up.
But we're
But
getting
then
hit
moving
with
on to
everything at
that, they're
once.
trying to really catch up because we're now having almost, we're actually, no, we are having monthly releases after and after. Like, Sword and
even-
Beauty in Japanese comes out in April? Yes, and then the English version comes out in May. So they're really, really pushing it.
Which
I think they'll catch up. I think they'll actually legitimately.
Oh, they're going. Oh no, they're going to be caught
Soaring
up.
Beauty
It's the fact that it's moving so
actually-
fast.
Soaring Beauty actually is coming out next month.
Oh, I'm sorry, February. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay.
And then
so
on
they're gonna
March,
have like
on March we get the extra booster for the Dimension release.
Oh yeah, that's another difference between the two versions. We're gonna get that before set 2.
Yeah, but let's go back to English first.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. What about it?
Okay.
Continue, Cbox.
Well, I personally, how should I say this? It's been moving very quickly. I personally, from playing through the Japanese meta, I know how all of these decks are to work. So for me, it's not hard to, like, when I'm fighting on my machining deck, I know exactly how to fight these decks. I know what they can do. I know how they work. But for other people, like my locals, I know they're really struggling at some of these other decks. I mean, actually, I've been seeing almost nothing but Seekers, little Brawler, some Deleters.
I myself is struggling using Spike Burst because I don't play what people normally play, which is the Break Ride version. I play the both of the Legion version. Yeah.
I think it's really just going to take time for people to get used to it. Like, for us, we've played through the Japanese meta. We know how these things work. We know what they're going to do. We know how we should fight with our decks against those decks. So we're good. But others, it's going so fast, and they're pushing out all of the big stuff at once. Unlike with the Japanese version where they casually released it and it just got bigger and bigger. Since we're getting all of the good stuff all at once, it's really pushing it. It's really pushing it. Players are really going to have to step it up their game because it's really changing, especially with G just around the corner now. So yeah, it's basically been set.
Looking forward to the Alfred Legion. It should be coming out.
Oh yeah,
it's already out.
It's out in English.
16.
Really?
I saw the promo. Yeah,
it was
I saw the
16.
promo card on the wiki last night. Actually, I was looking it up.
That's the sample version. The actual card is not out yet. What's out was
actually I got Droat actually last
Alfred
week.
Alfred the X.
Yeah. No.
I got Droat actually reviewed.
King of Knights Alfred TSS.
Oh, you mean the Alfred?
Yes.
Sorry
about that.
There are a lot of begging trade it for.
Because Alfred the 14th is already out.
Yeah, you saw. Yeah. It hasn't been released yet. I think it should be next actually because I just got Droat and I was looking at the promo list and Alfred comes after her, so that might be the next one revealed.
Yes.
I mean released.
Yes.
Yeah, it most likely will.
I was able to get my 4 copies of Droat. I'm so happy. Ooh, I just gotta get some more. I'm so sad though. I sold off 2 Riviera I pulled in the boxes that I bought years ago. I wish I didn't do it now, but it's fine. She's only like $10.
Yeah. So, aside from the clan fight rule that they have not implemented in English yet, they also have not made the, I would say, pretty important alterations in the Legion rulings.
I called that from a mile away. I'm still expecting it when Master Joker comes out next.
Especially for Thing Saber. Yeah. So
I'm still expecting that next set when Master Joker hits.
Oh, I guess that should be something because Master Joker retires to mate.
Yeah.
So the new ruling was if your Vanguard has been already in Legion even once, it cannot use the Legion skill anymore.
Skill ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
Yeah,
how
you're
that
right.
Vanguard ends up in Legion because of that new rule.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They haven't changed that yet?
No,
They haven't changed
not
that
in
yet,
English.
which
Not in English.
Oh, they need to do that.
I'm expecting that when Blaster Joker hits, and I still believe that's going to happen when Blaster Joker hits.
It has
Right.
to happen.
And next set has the Metal Borgs as well, which lets you.
Oh yeah, and the Metal
Yeah.
Board support.
I guess we should move on to set 17 now, since we're already talking about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Set 17, the illustrious. Oh, this is going to be even
I
bigger.
heard Neo Next is
Even
a new
bigger
set.
hit than set 16, in my belief.
I wish they were
Because
still in
Royals, Golds, that's really something. But Kagero, as we all know, blah, blah, blah. Because we're going to have Dragon Newt, the Great.
Mhm.
Oh, my God. I mean,
really
just for
feel-
those who don't
I
know, in
really
set
feel bad for the
17,
Neo
version
Nectar.
E, we're going to have Kagero, Neo Nectar, Dimensional Police,
Nova Grapplers.
Link Joker, Star Vaders,
Link
Nova
Joker.
Grappler. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said that. And is there anything else? Am I forgetting something?
Grand Blue.
Is it just those 5?
Grand Blue.
Oh, how did I forget my favorite class? Yes, Grand. That's so bad. I'm so bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yes.
Tachikaze.
And Tachikaze. Yes,
Yes.
that's the 7.
7.
Yeah, this set's going to make an even bigger hit than set 16.
I
Like
think
said,
it
we
will
have
because everyone's going to want to
Perditions,
grab
we have
that degree.
Metalborgs, we have our Cat Risers. Oh my god, they better
Oh.
restrict Cat Riser to
Why?
2. Or
I like that.
Risers
too.
are going to dominate just like they
I
did
don't
in
know.
Japan.
The Great is there, and everyone loved the Great.
Yes, and that's the thing we have to talk about, how it's going to change. Like with set 17 originally came out
Mhm.
in Japanese, we only had Kagero, a little bit of Royal Paladin, Gold Paladins, Grand Blue, Link Joker. No, yes, Grand Blue, Link
Tachikaze.
Joker, Tachikaze.
Yeah. But
We didn't have the Great. We only had Dragon Newt.
oh
so
yeah, we only had Dragon Newt.
Yes. We only had Dragon Newt, Prominence Core.
Oh right.
Those are really big 2 things. So yeah,
The Great was also
from
there.
16 to 17 in Japan,
The Great was also there, I believe.
No,
in
no,
17.
the Grey was
That was
in
move-
the movie booster.
movie booster.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Go on. You're right.
You were talking.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot.
So yeah, moving from 16 to 17 in the Japanese format wasn't so bad. Kagero's coming back with Perditions.
I guess it would.
It was really good. Like first saw Dragon Newt, his effect was really, really good, and in
Yeah,
practice, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't game breaking.
Oh,
Not really, not at all actually. And then
yeah.
Prominence Core, Liberators, and honestly, I still don't think Core stacks up to Dragon Newt in any way.
The only very powerful card in the
Impossible.
new Liberators is
Ninja.
the what's it called? What's the Legion mate?
Oh,
The Great Suit.
ridiculous. I mean, Agravale,
Oh right,
that
Aglovale.
field
Yeah.
control was
Okay.
just there.
Aglovale.
That field control was just there, and it was ridiculous.
Yes.
But Core himself as a boss unit is okay, but it's not. He's not as
yeah.
let me say
He's
great as
counterblast.
Dragon Newt was. But Perdition support itself, it was okay.
Yeah. It was a
Like it's the bosses make Perdition what it is,
Yeah.
not really their.
it's a good
support per se.
start in the Japanese for Prediction.
Yeah, it was a very good start. And in the sub-clans, too, Ancient Dragons rocked it.
Oh right,
The
right,
two
right, right.
legions, both
Oh.
amazing. Mates
really-
are amazing.
I remember them
I actually
being
just fought.
very scary.
Yes, I remember. I actually fought an Ancient Dragon deck a couple of weeks ago. This guy rode the secondary legion magma armor on top of Tyranno Bite. I was like, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? 8 to 9 attacks later, oh, I see what he's doing. Because he had Tyranno Bite plus Dino Cloud on the field. So he just kept attacking, retiring his units, called them back, and with the magma armor skill,
Oh, that is so
kind of
good.
blast one, so blast one, called Dino Cloud back, attack with Tyranno Bite, attack with Dino Cloud. He could keep doing this as long as he had the soul and the counterblast, which gratefully he finally ran out of soul and I was able to survive, but it's couldn't. But all my resources were so depleted, I couldn't finish him off the next turn, so he finished me off the next turn.
Good game.
Yeah,
that's
it was
a
a
great
badass
proxy player,
combo.
right?
I was so impressed. I was like, oh my god, this guy knows what he's doing, which on area is hard for us to find when you're just fighting randoms.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ancient Dragons, they're definitely going to be overlooked with Kagero and everything, but Ancient Dragons is nothing
They are a good
to
build,
just cast off with. They're very good, very solid.
and they are pretty cheap, I would assume.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
of
gonna think that they're gonna be cheaper than anything else in this set. Especially as I'm not expecting them to have a triple reverse block.
Mm.
Nah, Tyranno Bite was only Tyranno Quake. That's the grade 3. It's only a double R in Japanese, so I see no reason for them to move it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tachika's nothing to mess with. Grand Blue, again, nothing to mess with.
Then
People are gonna
another
overlook it, but
underestimated
you guys
card in
know.
this set.
But you guys know exactly what Grand Blue can do with their Legion support.
Yes.
You guys know.
Especially after
And it's
seeing
not. There's those. You could abuse the limit break.
Me,
How
you
Matt-
fought me and Matt. You guys.
Yeah.
When I fight Matt, I get.
When
really
I first
scared of
saw this
fighting
Grand
his
Blue player, the first thing I thought was, I can finally use Ruin Shade, because I never really liked using Ruin Shade, just milling random cards. Never really got to me. If I need anything in the drop zone, I could just put it there myself, or wait for it to go there naturally throughout the game. There's no really point to just try and get there really fast, so just wait.
Yes.
But with Legion, Ruin Shade has become a godsend, just filling up your drop zone. Mill all the triggers you want, because then you just cycle them back into your deck, and the rest of the cards left over are anything you can use throughout your game. And with Noir, like, personally, when I first saw Noir, I didn't really like it. And then I tried it out, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Because it's recycling Legion, mill, call things back, like calling back your Sea Stroller match. You soul blasting a Noir and Blanc that you rode over. Legion them back into the deck. Recycle your triggers, recycle your Legion mates, and then Blanc.
In the end, your deck
has actually managed to prevent themselves from decking out with
by returning the Great Tree to the deck and then riding it again and doing Legion again.
Just constantly doing that over and over. It's actually possible. It's surprising.
Matt used it against me, using the enabler with Cocutus Reverse.
He set up the really fast, so fast.
I was very, very impressed when I fought against him when he used Cocutus Reverse and just set up his whole field in one turn with the Limit Break enabler. It's very impressive. And then he just constantly wrote Noir over and over and over. It was like,
it's pretty crazy.
I was using my Drope deck, but I couldn't beat the advantage. I mean, eventually, I just had to no guard because I was going to deck out anyway.
Yeah.
It's just like...
could get over the strategy, though, and Rush decks seem to also get over the strategy, but it's not as consistent.
I play mine a little bit differently. I don't use Cocutus Reverse. I use both Legions, but basic is still the same. Just keep, as long as you can just keep the grade 3 cycling through your deck, as long as you keep soul blasting, like...
Yeah, you won't deck out. You won't deck out.
Yes. Like me personally, I run 3 Banshee and 1 Cutlass, so I can make sure I can keep soul blasting. Keep those things recycling my deck.
See. I believe Matt played all Banshees because he can do stuff.
Matt loves those.
I just like to run 1 Cutlass just because it lets me soul blast 2.
Yes, it's good.
Because once you get down in the grin at the late game, you're not going to be using Noir's Legion skill to mill 3 and call something back.
Yeah.
So I just keep Cutlass there so I can soul blast in that late game hours. So yes, it's very good. Field control is ridiculous. I mean, Kaguro, Narukami, forget it. You don't have any trouble whatsoever. Link Joker, you just have to play smart.
Yes.
See, the thing I like it, you can just keep your field empty, and with Nar still, you can retire a unit, so that's not going to be locked.
Yeah.
So you're always going to have at least one space open, and Blanc can just keep calling herself back. As long as you have the counterblast, which isn't a problem, as long as you keep recycling your heal triggers back into your deck.
Yes.
So as long as you keep the cycle going and keep it consistent, which saying consistent in a card game, you may not think so, but it really, really does work. It's just amazing, and I love it, and I cannot wait to get my hands on my Grand Blue support in the coming weeks.
I hope that it actually sees play because, Grand Blue have a chance. I think Grand Blue have a chance, even with Draconic Overlord the Great there.
Even in my locals, I believe there's at least 2 people playing Grand Blue, so...
Yeah, my locals, there's me and another guy who plays Grand Blue, and it's...
completely under... And when
I am going to show everyone and my locals exactly what Grand Blue can believe.
Okay.
It's amazing. Okay, so...
Should we talk about the...
I think the Grey is definitely going to see play, though, in English.
Should we talk about Fighters Collection?
There's nothing really important in Fighters Collection.
Well, the Bermuda support, in my opinion, was probably the best thing in Fighters Collection.
What? No, it wasn't. No.
I really love that Legion. It's so beautiful.
Oh, is it in the? Was it in?
Yeah, it was.
What Legion?
Is it a promo?
Oh, wait, hold on.
The Duels Legion, I believe TSS is talking about.
Duels don't have Legion. Bermuda's have three legions. It was a pro. Oh yeah, it was a duel.
I believe they were all promos. TSS.
They were all promos.
Oh really?
Rogue's a promo. The other random one was a promo. That beach set. No one used.
Yeah,
and the original Duo Legion, that was another promo. Did that come out in English? I don't know.
I don't think it did.
Not yet.
Not yet. Anyway, let's see. Let's go back to set 17. Let's talk about Dimensional Police next.
Oh,
Metal Board. Metal boards, when it originally came out set 16 in Japan, ooh, I got it. That Shin Buster was taking lives. With Laurel too,
actually,
it was just amazing. It was really good. It was right up there at the top.
With Laurel, it is very good. I would agree. And people, the people in Japan like decks with less grade trees, so they played the starter.
That's why I don't think.
Yeah, you played the starter and had the superior Legion ride.
Yeah, that starter. It was really good. Then you had 10k Legion boosters, so you were set for hitting for 30.
Yes.
It was so easy.
Shin Buster really made it. In English now, he's still going to be good, but he's not going to be as popular.
I don't think he's going to see the thing. I think they
because there's plenty of Deep Police fans. Everyone loves him.
I love Deep Police. I definitely love Deep Police. I can't see getting over I can't see getting over Mega Player. Right, at least right now, I just can't see it.
Yes. And Metal Boris himself, well, really, you can mix whatever you want because Metal Boris don't use S special.
Oh yeah, that's true because we still don't have clan fight.
But people really don't do it anyway.
I'm still expecting clan fight.
You mean mix within the clan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix within the clan.
But
people don't do it because there's really no point. I mean.
Yeah. It is easier. It is easier to build without mixing, but if you try to mix, and it'll it might provide some good.
Really, all I've seen people really do is just add other triggers, which I like using all 4 Metaborg triggers, just because I mean that stand trigger is really good. That stand trigger definitely help out sometimes.
Yeah, that stand trigger help a little bit. Because your power, if you don't have the 10K booster,
it's like all deep police is all into the grade 3. The support itself, it's basically like all deep police, all the support, all the real things in the grade 3. Like Shin Buster, that's what makes Metal Boards.
Yeah.
The support around it is just there.
I think it's solid.
It's solid. It's very solid. Like that grade 1, that counterblast 1, give 2 of your Vanguard plus 4,000. That's really good.
Everything.
Yeah. Miss Ghost.
Miss Ghost is really ridiculously good for any deck.
Really, really good card.
This is why I'm expecting clan fight.
And it'll be really.
That alone is why
good to see Legions and their upcoming extra booster, because then you could use that as well. That would be really, really good to see if we can get some more work out of Miss Ghost and just with Metal Boards itself.
Right.
But that's a little bit longer down the road, so let's keep that now. But in English, like you said, it's not going to make a big drop with the grade, Dragon Newt, all that stuff, all packed into one. But it's still going to be definitely there. There's nothing wrong with Metal Boards. They're strong, reliable.
Yes.
Shin Buster, if you just get that early Legion out with Black Boy, that skill, on hit, 2,000 power, draw a card. There you go. You just get the early pressure going.
Yes.
You should be good.
And with Laurel.
They don't care about...
And with Laurel, it's just, GG.
They don't care about retire. As long as you keep at least one rear guard open. Yeah, as long as you keep one rear guard open, you call and Miss Ghost, you stand trigger. As long as you can keep that one space, at least one space, you can get to the power Shin Buster needs to seal off those sentinels, and you'll be good. So yeah, Metal Boards really, really solid. I have no doubt that they're gonna make not as big as impact as it in Japan, but they're gonna make a decent impact in English.
Do we want to talk about Musketeers?
Yes,
because
I feel like they got the short end of the stick on this one. They were originally in set 16 in Japanese, and now they were moved to English 17.
Yes,
English
I understand why, because they had to shove so much stuff in. Like they didn't release the Brawler trial deck in English, so they shoved all of those cards in set 16. So I can understand why they moved muskets, because muskets got a decent chunk of cards, just like...
They got a really decent...
Yeah, that's why they shoved Novas, Deep Police, muskets all over, because they had to fit so much stuff into set 16. So I'm not mad, as I said earlier, because all the stuff I want from Legion Mate is in set 17.
Do you think there would be a rarity drop for the Musketeers Legion?
I've seen a lot of people speculating that. I don't know.
Wait,
because they moved Vera up.
Wait, which one was the triple rare again?
Martina was originally.
Yes.
See, I don't see that happen. I don't. Yes. There's nothing. What's wrong with Martina?
The reason why I say that is because Vera is actually
Counterblast 1. Put 5 units back into your deck. Check the top 4 for 2. A +2 for 1 counterblast. I don't see any reason why that should be dropped to a double rare.
Well, Vera's a triple rare. Yeah, Vera is now a triple rare.
Vera is now a triple rare?
Vera is now a triple rare.
They pushed her up to a triple rare.
Really? Oh.
Yes. That's why I think Martina's going to get...
Because she put in so much work in Japan.
Vera did more work
to push her up.
I did not know that.
That's because Vera is the early game. That's because you use Vera early game and use Martina late game, especially if like entire base clan. But I don't see any reason to push Martina down, because personally I like Martina better because that Counterblast 1 +2, and you shuffle 5 units back into your deck.
They have normal units, mind you.
Alright.
Yes, normal units, and that's what you want.
Never mind what I said then.
Put those normal units back into each and back triggers. But like, yeah, Musketeers are completely solid. They're not going to have any trouble with any other clan. I mean, retire, Martina.
Avenge Martina, not you Vera, and then if you miraculously able to get a Vera at the end of the game where your opponent just can't do anything, good luck surviving that turn.
Dude, because you just keep recycling all your cards back in. You use the Soul Blaster, Soul Blast those Legion mates, just keep everything going back. And then Vera's Legion mate Saul. Then with Saul, you're good, because when Saul attacks, when you Legion, put 3 normal Musketeers back at the bottom of your deck, draw a card.
Mind you, this also counts Sentinels, because they are Musketeers.
Yes, it is. Musketeers are completely solid. It's just they control the deck completely. As long as you know what you're doing and you have just a little bit of luck, you are good. Especially with Sylvia, too. Oh, my God, Sylvia.
Sylvia
in English?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Oh,
I believe... Is it a promo card when called...
It's a promo.
Check the top deck, call a Musketeer?
For a Musketeer.
Yes, if it's Musketeer, that will be released in the set.
That card, I have to... It is? Oh, good.
I believe that will be released in the set.
Because Sylvia just makes Musketeers so much more ridiculous. I mean, they already have their basic generic one for Neonectar, but this is one just for Musketeers. Now that you can run a full deck of all Musketeers, Sylvia
you're almost guaranteed to get it.
Yeah.
You are 100% guaranteed to get it.
Plus the stand trigger deck as well that they get in the set.
That came out set 14.
Oh, it did? I'm sorry. I keep...
You get the draw trigger in this set.
Oh, they get the...
Yes. It's just Musketeers are 100% solid. There's no question about it.
They're fun to play with as well.
They are really fun to play with.
A little annoying for your opponent because you have to wait.
You have to wait 5 minutes for you to make...
Yeah. 5 minutes a turn, like, okay, it's his turn. I'm opening my cards down. I'm going to wait.
Maybe 3 minutes in real life, though.
Yeah.
However, be careful.
A little bit longer if they decide.
Be careful to not time out, because at that point both player loses, so be careful.
If you're skis in a tournament, move your behind.
Yes.
Shuffle that deck like you've never shuffled before. If you're power shuffling, GG.
Oh wow.
Alright, what's next?
What? Kagero support, if you want to talk about it, because
there's Kagero, Gold Paladin, Link Joker. Do we want to talk about these?
I don't even want to talk.
Let's go Link Joker first. I'll take...
Do we just want to move on?
That's the Joker. That's the Joker. No,
we gotta talk about this stuff. Like Link Joker, we're gonna have Star Raiders next.
Okay.
I've always considered... I'm sorry, I've always considered Link Joker to be one of the most powerful clans in the game.
I can understand why.
Because
Lock is a very reliable ability.
Yes.
Lock is very reliable. It cuts off your attempts to attack or boost.
They're giving us so many Omega. They're giving us Omega locking abilities.
Okay, talk one by one.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, TSS. What were you saying?
Like, Lock is just so good overall. Like, you prevent if it's a front row unit, you prevent extra attack that turn.
Yes.
And if it's a back row unit, you minimize the amount of boost that it could do.
Yeah, it's a very defensive ability, and as they've evolved more, it's become even more offensive ability. It's really great. And like, it's their Legion mate support. It's really good since they gave them more units that could Omega lock. The pressure that it added to Star Raiders was just so amazing. Like, in their trial deck with Garnet Star and everything, when the first thought was like, it's okay. It's the break right version of Infinite Zero. Then we got the pressure units that when they hit or boost, you can Omega lock one of their lock cards. It was just, the pressure just doubled so much, so fast. It was just great. And then we got Dark Zodiac. I was like, oh my god.
Dark Zodiac.
Dark Zodiac
can set up blend deals if the player plays.
Just allowing you to own everything, and then he can lock a front and back by just discarding a copy of one card. It's just great. Then you have Photon, who lets you lock something else. It's just very reliable, very strong. It's like Dark Zodiac. Like in Japanese format, we only had Dark Zodiac and Garnet and what's the other one?
Did we have Dark Zodiac? Wasn't Dark Zodiac in...
No. Dark Zodiac was at 17 originally. Yeah. We had Dark Zodiac, Imaginary Plane, and Garnet.
Right.
Imaginary Plane, I like Imaginary Plane. It's good.
It's very
It wasn't really, really, really good until we got the new starter from the movie booster, the Omega Lock, the boost attack hits. Yes, the Wingo copy. That's when Dark Zodiac, Imaginary Plane really started to ramp up. But really, it was just mainly Dark Zodiac because that Omega locking ability was so reliable. His mate was really just there. You could use it, but
It's still really good ability for that thing.
Yeah. So yeah, and then let's just talk about this now. When the movie booster came out, you got Venom Dancer and Blast Joker. Venom Dancer, I like Venom Dancer, really. I use him with Dark Zodiac all the time. It's great, but if you don't get Dark Zodiac first to get those Omega locks off, Dark Zodiac's really just there. Venom Dancer is really just there because you got to get those Mega locks off first so you can get more stands from your rear guards. Venom Dancer himself, he's probably the lowest of the bosses Link Joker got from Legion Mate, is because he requires that setup. I mean, he can lock units himself, but it really requires that Dark Zodiac setup to really do something for that final push.
I agree.
And then Blaster Joker. Go ahead, T.
Blaster Joker was probably one of the most fun units to actually see in the anime, in my personal opinion. But he's also scary to fight. Let's lock all your rear guards, and then if you have a Legion, let's retire that mate. And when that ruling hits, when that ruling finally hits English, where you cannot Legion again, with the same Vanguard, that's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, Blaster Joker is gonna... See, I've noticed this a lot throughout English. When we get big effects like that, people just go crazy about it. It's like, oh my god, this is so good. We're never going to beat this. Please.
Eventually it gets beat. Yeah. But...
It gets beat. All you got to do is last them out because they're counter blasting too, soul blasting too.
Yes.
Just last them out.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing Link Jokers, you just got to wait.
It really helps to have those Mega Lock units.
You just gotta hold on until they run out of resources and they're done.
Yes.
Remember, they also have those Omega Lock pressure units.
They do. I was about to get to that. The Omega Lock cards became even more viable, especially with the boosted Omega Lock 2 units. Then you had Imaginary Planes, Mate, and the Grade 17K booster. You were good. If any of those attacks hit, just Omega Lock something. It's just, And then, of course, he had his secondary skill, which no one used. Discard a copy to gain a crit. No one used that. You want to save that so you can ride again.
Ride again, Legion again, get all the crits in their drive.
It's a skill. It's there. It's just
it's there.
Yeah,
it's there.
It's just there.
Yeah. I never really liked playing Link Joker personally. I was never a big villain guy, but they're solid. They're not broken. Like so many people seem to think like, oh my god, I can't beat Link Joker. That's because you're not playing it right.
From the Legion era, I've only played Blaster Joker because I like the art.
Venom Dancer
it's not as good. It's not as good.
I like that combo so well. It doesn't work all the time, but Dark Zodiac's really reliable.
Blaster Joker.
What? Oh, Blaster Joker.
Yeah, I know.
Joker support, Link Joker guys. It's not broken. You can beat it.
Yes,
you can beat it.
You can beat it.
No, you're
Especially
dead.
with
Gold Paladin.
All you have to do is know your deck.
Gold Paladin.
Just know your deck. Don't spam until you know you can push out the most optimal amount of damage. Because you know if you spam too early, they're just going to lock you and you're going to be pissed because you could have stopped this, but you spammed them way too early. And that's what so many people do. It's like, I don't know how to beat this. Just think about it.
Wait.
Just be
However,
patient.
If you can rush early game,
before
grade 3, before grade 3.
Yes, before grade 3.
Rush.
Like, that's what gold paladins do really good with.
And then make sure you get rid of your units from the field, like with intercept or something.
Oh, well, it's not always possible, but
you
can try. You can try.
You can try. The best thing is, unless they're using Blaster Joker, it's not like they're going to lock your entire field, guys. So just calm down. 1 or 2 units locked, that's okay.
Okay.
If they have mega locked, you can deal with it. If you can block that on mega locked attack, you can do it.
Imaginary plane.
Yeah, imaginary plane.
I always expect them to triangle lock minimum whenever they go for a play, unless they can't.
Does imaginary plane require any special? No, it doesn't. It just requires you to have Star Vaders in your center column. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So imaginary plane is not so bad. Each skill costs 100 blast. So as long as you block that on Flipper, at best, unless they get a heal, they're going to do it like twice, maybe 3 times. So you're good. Really, you're good.
Pretty much. And then eventually, you'll get through it.
Eventually. I mean, for rear guard-based clans, like myself personally, Grand Blue or Tachikaze, they do need their rear guards a lot. You may struggle a little bit if you rush them, but if you wait for that prime opportune moment, you'll be fine. You just have to pressure them enough of that right moment so that when they do come at you and lock your stuff, it won't be as minimal because they've had to use so many of the resources to guard your previous attack. You just have to play it safe and don't rush. And if you do
rush, make sure you can actually win.
Yes.
When you do.
Make
6
sure you can survive.
6 heals, draw trigger.
So yeah, that's basically it for Link Joker. So I guess we can go into Kagero now.
Okay, so the Great was when the Great hit, it topped.
It did. It really did.
In Japan.
It's not a surprise.
I don't know if that's going to be the same in English.
For one, it has prediction.
The Great is a little defensive.
So you're saying Kira?
It's not a surprise that it would top because number 1, it's
Counter Blast 1, right?
It's a it's a prediction, and number 2, it's an Overlord, which has quite a good amount of support.
Yes. I've seen so many decks mixing Overlord support because of that. It's really good. I mean, I fought the Great decks where they've gotten that effect off like 5-6 times. It's just like,
I'm going to be honest with you. That is a very defensive skill, despite the fact you are getting rid of a front row Vanguard.
What's
if
better?
If you use his second ability, he gets rid of something else.
What's better is that because it's a Legion, you can access it pretty early in the game.
Yes, you don't have to wait for a limit break.
Yeah.
Though I'm pretty sure Kagero have a limit break enabled at this point.
They do.
And then again, none of the Overlords that I know have limit break, and I think none of the Perdition have limit break either.
Rebirth.
Oh yeah, well, Rebirth
has... the Overlord break, right? But that's a different story.
I don't know if anyone would use that Dragonic break ride on
I've seen it happen.
Well,
I fought it before. It wasn't bad.
It wouldn't work though.
It wouldn't really work because they have to attack the rear guard, and the
if they would use what's the other break ride?
Dauntless.
Yeah, Dauntless.
I don't think Dauntless was.
You can do that too, but that's a lot of discarding from your hand.
Well, you get to attack a Vanguard, then you stand, then you attack the rear guard, then you stand again, and then you attack the Vanguard.
Just play more draws.
Play more draws, or you just run 12 crit and hope that all those crits come out first time.
Said, the Great's really defensive. Honestly, I've always preferred Dragon Newt. Just because of that ability.
Yeah,
it's just so reliable.
That ability is like guaranteed damage. You can't trigger.
Guaranteed damage.
Guaranteed damage.
When we first saw that effect in what was it? Mordred Phantom. When we first saw the effect, it was like,
and now
it was okay. We could still activate our triggers. It was fine.
And now you.
And then we have Dragon Newt. Now you can't. It was like when we first saw it, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And we thought it was like, oh my god, it is so good. It's very solid.
Super
And then the secondary skill, combo with Legion skill, he's 26 by himself. You're hitting that magic number unboosted.
Yeah.
Now imagine when he's boosted. Could easily hit, depending on the field, it could easily hit 36 or even 31, which is more than enough in this meta.
As I said earlier, the prediction support around it wasn't the greatest, but it was plenty fine. Like the secondary Legion, what's his name? The one that no one cares about, the one that's only on Legion, kind of by one entire column. That one's not so great. The mate itself, everyone's going to use that mate because it's kind of a one-shot something in the same column.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's really good. It is restricted to predictions only. Just mind you guys.
And then they have that grade 1 where if a unit in the same column is just to retire, so blast one unflip. Like predictions support around is really good. It's really nice. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's pretty
just like deep
to us.
Just like Meloborgs, it's really the deck shot. Everything else is just there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's just like Meloborg. It's grade 3 is like prediction really strong. The support's not bad, but it's not like Liberator support where everything just synergizes together in an annoying fashion. You guys know what I'm talking about.
I do.
So as we know, all the Kagro hype. Kagro is going
to be upping the hype. I still think Thing Saver. Thing Saver.
Link Joker support scares me more than Kagro.
Yes, well, the Link Joker support.
Scares me more than Kagro. You're going to see Kagro more, but Link Joker support I think is more threatening. Yeah. I mean, it's still threatening.
And then you still have the Royal Paladin support as well. That from the previous set.
Yeah, and Seekers are going to be there for a while. But I've never really bothered. Seekers has never bothered me, really. I mean, I much prefer Jewel Knights.
Yes, prepare your Jewel Knights, guys.
Jewel Knights.
Especially with the...
It's the limit break enabler.
Enabler now?
Yes, enabler. That is the most
yes, with that limit break enabler. And then the Jewel Knight Legion, with the mate, you can just call up the enabler so easy.
It's like
I've used this deck on Area.
Has this card actually come out in English yet?
No, not yet. No, the Legion hasn't come out in English yet. It'll be here eventually, but I've used this Legion with Ashley Reverse. You just call the mate at some point, get the enabler, ride Ashley Reverse first, just get that plus and minus going, and then you start using the Legion and just punish them. It's so easy, so reliable. I mean, Ashley Reverse with that enabler. It's just
the best.
Personally, I just prefer Jewel Knights because I just like they can rush a lot earlier.
Personally, I don't like either of the. Personally, I don't really like either of the subclans, archetypes. Yeah.
Royal Paladin?
Yeah, Royal Paladin.
I kind of can't blame you. I used to love the generic support.
Which is why I'm waiting for the King of Knights Alfred Legion. Azel, right?
Azil. I think they changed his name to Azil.
Okay, Azil. Sure.
At least that's what it...
I really like that card. It's too bad.
I like it.
It's too bad we did not get that Margot starter.
The grade 3 searcher?
No, the one put into the
Margot starter.
Oh, right, grade 3 searcher.
Kunida.
Yeah, where are we getting that?
Grade 3 searcher.
I believe we're getting that soon.
We should, because that is the starter you use for Alpha.
Yes, that is a start. But I also
originally
want...
Japan, it was given out of the championship, I believe.
Oh.
I also want the starter that puts into the soul give a unit plus 3k.
Oh, Kunida, I think it's called.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Because I call that using Alfred, the Legion skill, and put into the soul. Because I don't want to call triggers, of course.
Well, fine, you just soul blast them, Legion them back.
You could just.
But it's not in English. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, it's not English.
Yeah. So I'm really looking
for that
looking for.
That Kara is talking about. I don't know if it. Yeah, it's. Did they change it?
Huh?
Oh, it's called Kira, I can't even pronounce it. Kira will probably put a picture of it.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Claudia.
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 I love this starter. It used to be one of my favorite starters.
I think we can move on to Shride now.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I think we should stop here for this because it's like 45 minutes.
Alright, we'll do a 2-part video then.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do 2
if
parts.
you're an English player, please stay tuned for the next video. You do want to watch it.
Yes,
even though it's going to focus more on the Japanese metagame.
Yes, but you should still watch it because G is going to be right around the corner.
It really is. It's like we're literally a month, I want to say. Is it a month away?
Yes.
Well, starters come out, because the starters come out like next month.
Yeah. And the set
We're
is on...
getting Gear
March.
Chronicles, Royal Paladin, and Neo Nectar.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised they're releasing Neo Nectar so early. But it's going to be there.
Right.
I cannot.
So, okay, yeah. Guys, stay tuned.
Oh, man. Anyway, guys, stay tuned for the next video.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, stay tuned. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.